Hey, what's up? John Sonmez from simpleprogrammer.com. So I got this question from Gil, and Gil says, "Hey John, I am a fan of yours. I bought your soft skill book and found lots of good advice in it. I have a quick question on networking, and I'll give you a link here to the soft skills book if you're interested. Anyway, I thought about doing job interviews with the goal of finding freelance work and networking. Now, most of the interviews I find are for full-time positions, but my idea would be to carry out the whole interview till offer, to turn down the offer saying I'm only interested in contractual work. In this way, the companies have an opportunity to get to know me. I train my interviewing skills just in case, and I expand my network. Except the time investment. I think this is a very fast way to get people to know me professionally. What do you think? Is this a good idea, or am I missing something? All the best, Gil." So Gil, here's the thing with this. I would not take this approach. I'll be 100% honest with you, and here's why. I mean, strategically, this sounds like a good approach, right? You're going to get in there, and just to lay this out for anyone that might be confused, what Gil is saying, if I understand correctly, is basically, hey, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna interview for these jobs, but I'm not interested in actually getting a job. I'm interested in doing freelance or contracting work for them. So after the interview, they like me, everything. I'm gonna say, no, I'm actually here. I actually do freelance. I want to do a contract. And it's, again, it seems like it'd be good, but I mean, I don't know about you. Like, if you're listening, and probably Gil, does something feel slightly wrong about that? Something off? I mean, to me, that there's that little bit, and what it is that you're not being genuine, you're not being honest, you're not being truthful, to 100% there, and people are going to detect that. And regardless, I mean, you might do this phenomenal interview, right? And they're like, oh, this guy's awesome, and then they're going to know that something's up when they want to hire you for the job, and you say, I'm only doing contract work, because you've kind of deceived them, right? Because the premise, the idea was that you're going to interview for this job, and that you're interested in getting this job. So then when you switch it on them and tell them, hey, I'm only interested in doing contract work, I mean, it might work out for you, but I think that you're going to face a lot of people are going to have a problem with that, and are going to feel like they were kind of deceived in some way, that you weren't being totally upfront and honest with them. So what I would suggest is that, I mean, you might be able to even take the same approach, but just be totally 100% honest and upfront in dealing with them. So, you could apply for a job and want to go through the interview process, but just say, look, here's the thing. I want to do freelance. I want to do contracting work. I can help you do this. I'm just give me a chance. Let's go through the interview process. Promise you that it's going to be worth your time, and I can show you how I can work with you as a freelancer or a contractor instead of as an employee, and have the benefits. Tell them why this is going to be better for them. How are they going to save money? Are you going to add more value by doing this? What are the things that are going to be the benefits for them? And if you can do that, then it's going to just start off on a better page. I just think coming in with the less than 100% honest and authentic approach is going to be difficult. It's not going to get you the result that I mean, you have a good thought in your head. I don't think you're devious. Don't get me wrong. I don't think you're like, oh, I'm going to trick them. I think you're just being strategic. But sometimes when we're being strategic, we tend to overlook some things that are going to be critical in human relationships. And if you come in a false premise, it's going to be really hard for them to trust you. And it's just, people connect with you better when you're more authentic. I mean, have you ever been in that experience where someone tells you something and you should be mad at them or you should hate them, right? And because of the way that they told you, the truth that they told you, and how you just felt that they were being sincere and that they were really coming from a place of sincerity, that you weren't, and you actually liked them more, even if it wasn't what you wanted to hear, or even if it wasn't what you expected. So that's usually more impactful, right, than the other. I mean, if you've ever been on the other side of it, where someone was telling you one thing and then you got to the end and you've invested in them, and then it's something else, right? Have you ever had a salesperson do that to you, right? And you're like, this isn't what we agreed to, or some kind of business deal. It can be bad, right? So anyway, Gil, again, I think your heart is in the right place. I'm not, judging you. I'm not saying that you're trying to be deceptive, but I think if the strategy makes sense, but I think a more honest approach is going to be much more successful, and I'd recommend that. And if you're looking to be a freelancer, right, I'm going to plug my thing here because I think this will help. So if you are looking to be a freelancer out there, I do have a course called How to Market Yourself as a Software Developer. You can get it right here. And it goes into, the best way that you're going to be a freelancer is if you, and I've got a video here on how to become a freelancer, but the best way to do that is going to be if you build up a reputation, a brand where customers come to you, where clients come to you. And that's what I did when I was building up Simple Programmer, and I had plenty of freelance work that I was just turning people down left and right. And you can do the same thing, and that's going to be the best approach, because a lot of people are looking for ways to do this. And I'm telling you, building your brand, learning how to market yourself a little bit, and how to get your name out there, get out there is going to be the most effective thing that you're ever going to do for your career, whether you're a freelancer or not. And that's why that was like when I got out on my own, that was the first course that I created was around that, because I felt like that was the most valuable thing. So anyway, I hope that you find this advice useful. If you have a question for me, email me at john@simpleprogrammer.com. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Let's reach more. Let's reach more people. That's my goal. In this upcoming year, is I just want to reach more people. So, and help them genuinely. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I appreciate any comments and love by sharing this that you can. So take care.